Well, the Super Bowl has come and gone, and I'm sure everyone had a good time, and there wasn't any bad blood, pun not entirely intended. But hey, instead of watching some classic football, the glorious halftime shows, or the bizarre commercials, let's look back at a strange classic Peanuts television special in correlation with the NFL. You're in the Super Bowl, Charlie Brown. So was it any good? Let's get into it. So first, if you plan to watch this television special, that might be a bit difficult. It's unavailable to watch on DVD or any current streaming service. The only legitimate way to view the special is with the VHS copy, available to purchase at various Shell gas stations in 1994. And, not to brag or anything, but I own a copy. Well, it's been a long time, but I never thought I'd find it again. But I discovered it in my garage. So yeah, this is the only way to watch the special. Or, Google's right there, not gonna tell you what to do. Anyways, You're in the Super Bowl, Charlie Brown is a 1994 Peanuts television special that aired as a tie-in with Super Bowl 28 and only aired once on NBC on January 18th. Most of the Peanuts specials from the 1960s to the mid-90s aired on ABC, so it was surprising that it only aired once on a different network. And afterward, there wouldn't be another television airing until a Charlie Brown Valentine in 2002, so there was quite a significant time gap. Sadly, this was also the last Peanuts special to air before Charles Schulz's death in 2000, with its use of traditional cell animation before moving to digital ink and paint. So, with all that on the table, is You're in the Super Bowl, Charlie Brown still worth watching now? Let's find out. This television special has two parts, so let's start with the A-plot. Lucy once again persuades Charlie Brown to kick the football again. Even though he knows it's a ruse, he's determined to finally kick it after a bit of some reflection.
Are you one of those people who is going to go through life without ever trusting anyone? That's no way to live, Charlie Brown.
Maybe she's right. A person can't go through life always doubting everything and not trusting anyone.
But before Charlie makes that attempt, the rest of the gang shows up and discusses that there will be a punt, pass, and kick contest. They mention that the first place prize winner will get a new bicycle and a free trip to the Super Bowl and propose they all enter. Also, fun fact, the contest was an actual thing starting in 1961 by the NFL as a fun little thing for the kids during the Super Bowl, though it was later discontinued in 2017. But it's cool that they're acknowledging this here. And, of course, in typical Charlie Brown fashion,
Arg!
You stupid.
Charlie Brown and Linus then practice for the contest until they meet a random girl named Melody, and they reluctantly fall in love with her and take her out to get some ice cream sundaes. They talk about the contest and Melody says she'll be cheering them on, though I don't know, she seems a bit iffy.
Well, I think you can do it. I'll be rooting for you.
Melody, I think you're the most beautiful little girl I've ever seen.
Hey, yo, Linus, what about Janice? Oh my god, that actually rhymed. So the contest is on, and we see all the kids attempt their passes and kicks, each with their corresponding teams. We first start with Lucy with the Raiders, and let's say karma finally caught up to her.
Nope.
You suck!
Mr. Franklin Armstrong.
Oh yeah, my man Franklin, I'm sure he's got this in the bag.
60 feet and 2 inches!
Oh yeah, that's my guy right there. There ain't no way the other kids can top that.
70 feet and 8 inches!
Damn it! Well, we see all the other kids make their attempts. I especially love how the announcer said Pigpen's name as if he's like, that's his name.
Mr. Pig. Hen.
And we have Marcy, who my grandma can make better passes than that, and refuses to kick the ball because feelings.
I can't do it. Whatever did it do to me? I can't do it.
Then we finally have Charlie Brown, who outperforms everyone else and places in first. However, Linus does tremendously better and takes first place. Well, Charlie, at least you tried. But hold on, we got a final contestant, and it's Melody!
80 feet and 6 inches!
Oh, ouch. So Melody joined in the competition even though she was on the sidelines cheering Charlie and Linus on. And she beats Linus and wins the bike and tickets to the Super Bowl. And what was Linus's response?
Charlie Brown, I was in love with that girl. Oh, ah!
Damn, man, the betrayal. I feel his pain. I already miss Janice.
So long, Linus. Watch me on TV. I'll be at the Super Bowl.
You bitch!
The final shot is of Charlie and Linus behind the wall, as Linus is so upset from Melody's betrayal that he will not trust anyone again, leaving Charlie to end with this quote from Lucy from the beginning of the special.
Your sister says you can't go through life doubting everyone. We have to learn to trust each other.
Oh, this poor kid. Well, looks like Charlie's redemption arc continues. You'll get your shot one day, cue ball. Did I say there were 2 parts in the special? Let's get to the B-plot, if you can call it a plot. Snoopy coaches a football team called the Birds, loosely based on the Philadelphia Eagles, consisting of a ton of Woodstock birds, as they compete in the playoffs for the Animal Football League. They face off against various animal teams, also based off of actual football teams, until they head into the finals and win the championship. Yeah, that's about it.
What?
So I watched this many times as a kid and distinctly remember liking it. Strangely, I was introduced to the Peanuts through this special. Yeah, it's a peculiar way to get familiarized with Charlie Brown from a Super Bowl special. But watching it over again after many years and removing the nostalgia bias, is it good? It kinda depends. The special's only motive was to promote that year's Super Bowl, obviously, but its story is pretty weak even by Peanuts standards, and it feels stretched out to fill the half-hour time slot. It suffers from a lack of any compelling story or much in any style of levity. The Peanuts are not well known for having complex stories, but they have just enough substance to give viewers an engaging, relatable experience in under a half hour. The main plot point in this special is about Charlie and Linus competing for the prize in the contest and their affection for Melody, but it doesn't go any further than the 2 of them having a minor disagreement about who Melody will cheer on more. They continue to support and compliment each other in the contest. Even Charlie is happy for Linus when he thought he won. I'm glad they continue to be friends in the end, but this plot point makes it feel like there was no point in it even being hinted at in the first place. Hell, this led to the message of trusting each other, but it felt forced. If it explored more of their struggle for the affection of Melody, then maybe? But even then, it still felt debilitated. The pacing in the main plot just didn't feel right, more so to make time for the other characters and their spots in the contest. I didn't mind it initially, but it started dragging on pretty quickly. Like, okay, I don't want to keep hearing this kid screaming out the distance to every pass and punt from each character. And damn, his voice cracks.
80 feet and 6 inches!
So the main plot, yeah, not much of a big fan unfortunately. The Animal Football League plotline looks like it was put in for the express purpose of protracting the runtime. But I hate to admit it, I sort of had fun with these segments. They're not great, but I laughed while watching the birds demolish the competition, even if they weren't following the rules. And look at the scoreboard, I mean, Jesus Christ, this is some no-holds-barred shit. It was also pretty funny that the announcer commented on the games profusely and said the players' names from the Birds team. But like, not trying to be insensitive and all, but who the fuck is who? All the birds look the fucking same.
Van Buren laterals to Coolidge, 2 laterals to Harding, and folks, there certainly is a lot of lateraling going on in this stadium today.
Who? Zonka, Namath, Kowalski? From the Penguins of Madagascar? And the apparent flaw between the games is the repetitive animation. The animation in the special is solid overall for the time, and it's a shame that it's the last special to use cell animation. But holy shit, the way they recycled it for the games is just hilarious at best and jarring at worst. During these sequences, you see the same animated frames repeatedly, sometimes with other animal teams put in place of those featured in the animation before, and it quickly becomes excessive and horribly dragged out. For example, they repeated the animation of the cats chasing after the birds before hitting the touchdown multiple times throughout the game. They do the same for all the other animals like the dogs and bison, and in some cases they speed up the footage, like why? All the recycle animation is incredibly glaring. It's like the birds doing the same victory dance animation repeatedly. The other team players get frustrated with losing even though they can tackle the birds and grab the ball. I mean, they're right there! What are you doing bouncing like idiots? And Snoopy getting dunked on with sure paid. It's generally distracting, but it also gets really hilarious the more I watch it. I know this was made under a deadline, and I understand the working process. Still, I wish they drew different animation sequences, but I had fun, so that's all that matters, I guess. Well, on the bright side, at least Lucy got her comeuppance when she got dunked on with sure paid for being a smartass. She's Twitter in a nutshell, an answer to a question no one asked. Now, everything else, the voice acting is decent enough, unless it's the kid with the voice cracks. Though the voice direction and dialogue are in need of some serious improvement, as there are a bit of some weird line deliveries and awkward pauses. The writing is nothing to write home about, the pacing feels stretched out, and the moral or lesson just didn't feel earned. The only things that I thoroughly enjoyed were the animation, when it's not repeated every damn time, the backgrounds, and the music. I like some of the jazzy, piano, upbeat pieces with some sprinkling of the classic Peanuts jam we know and love. And the backgrounds are beautifully drawn, like something you put on a picture frame. But overall, the Super Bowl television special was just a mediocre fumble. But it's kind of a stupid but fun type of watch. You'll have a decent time if you don't mind the blatant NFL promotion and don't take it too seriously. That's just my nostalgia bias, but I had more fun watching it. Again, look at the repetitive animation. How can you not laugh at that? Still, there are other Peanuts specials worth watching than this one. If you're looking for one that has a fun football sequence, check out It's Your First Kiss, Charlie Brown. Not only does it have a funny football game, but Charlie Brown finally gets his first kiss, so you can also treat it as a double Valentine's Day special. That's 2 for the price of 1. Also, I want to rant on something real quick. The title is so misleading. Charlie Brown wasn't even in the Super Bowl. He didn't even win the contest. What the hell? And also on the back of the VHS cover, he's wearing that goddamn red shirt. So anyways, I made other Peanuts videos on my channel, so if you're interested, go and check them out.